to Barbara Campbell NYC. Welcome to Barbara Campbell Beauty Live on BrooklynBeautyTV.com. And I have to tell you, we have a great show. And I have someone here on the set, and I know you can see her, and I can't wait to talk to her. We got a lot of conversation about Brooklyn and the history. And of course, you know, I like to cover what do you love about Brooklyn. Now, we're going to tune back in and cover our conversations and questions and talk to you in the couple of in Brooklyn. And I have to tell you, Brooklyn Beauty TV, we have a special guest here today, and I hope that you tune back and watch the show. We are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, and we're also on Twitter. Okay, BrooklynBeautyTV.com. We're doing a little something special today and different, and I have to tell you, it's so exciting to talk about Brooklyn, and I'm so excited to have a guest who is passionate and loves Brooklyn. She's wearing this fantastic fuchsia pink shirt. Kim, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I'm so appreciative. Listen, I love your top.
Thank you. I got it from Caliber Imports, Franklin Avenue, between Park Place and whatever.
Franklin, yes.
Franklin, you'll find it. Tell
Beautiful.
Autumn, Kimberly Brutus sent you.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But I have to talk to you.
Sure.
You know, I know you guys don't know that we got a chance to talk before the show, and we talked about a couple of things. And I want to highlight that Kim is a professional out here in Brooklyn, New York. And Kim's specialty is real estate. And I have to say that she is an expert in her field. If you check out her Instagram page, and what is your Instagram page, Kim?
My Instagram page is Kim, K-I-M, Brutus, B-R-U-T-U-S.
Now, if you check out her Instagram page, it's fantastic, you know. And so I've been, you know, looking at your Instagram page, and I have to say, you are passionate about what you do. And, you know, I love the fact that you have history. We're doing a part 2 to our interview with Kim. She's a real estate professional out here in Brooklyn, and I just love what she does and how she carries herself in her field, and she's very passionate. So once again, Kim, you know, I'm so glad you're here, and I want to talk to you. And you know, I ask everyone who comes to the show, what do you love about Brooklyn?
It's history. I love Brooklyn's history. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. I currently live
Talk to you and mention all the wonderful things that I got a chance to learn from her. And Kim, I want to say thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for having me.
Kim, you know, I've been checking out your Instagram page, and it's amazing, you know. And there's a particular photo there that I want everybody to go visit her Instagram page. And Kim, can you tell the viewers your Instagram page?
Kim, K-I-M, Brutus, B-R-U-T-U-S.
Perfect. Go check out her Instagram page. It's fantastic. You know, when we're talking about Instagram page here on Barbara Campbell Beauty Live, we're always looking at the top 12, okay? And if you look at her page, there's one particular photo that I want you to relate to our show here today, okay? I'm going to start my questions with Kim here, and she is a real estate expert. And what I love about what she does in her field is that she's so passionate about real estate. And I have some really amazing questions that I put here together, and I'm gonna start my interview with Kim right now. Kim, now, we've been talking, and you know, there's so much going on in Brooklyn. It's amazing.
Yes.
You know, and I wanna hear from you. Where is the market going in real estate? You know, are people renting or are they making purchases?
Well, it depends. If it's someone who is moving to Brooklyn for the first time and they don't know the way of the land, they are renting. And 80% of New Yorkers rent in New York City to begin with. Okay. So many people are first renting when they first move here. And then as they get familiar with Brooklyn, then they transition into purchasing. But they first rent.
Great. Well, you know, renting is always a beautiful thing, and if you're able to purchase, then that's a wonderful thing too. The market in Brooklyn is just growing,
yes.
And all these amazing buildings. I had a show that I did, and I talked about all these amazing tall buildings coming about. Now, what do you see happening in the trend in real estate? who are the people, or where are the people coming from when they merge into Brooklyn and make Brooklyn their home?
The Midwest. Many of my clients, when I ask them, where are you from? Many of them tell me that they're from Michigan, Arizona, Ohio, places that I haven't yet been, but many of the new New Yorkers are moving from the Midwest, and they're coming here for jobs, for schooling, but a lot of people are making their home here from the Midwest.
Wow, amazing. And I recently got a chance to, explore the neighborhood as I do locally, because I always support and always encourage people to shop local. If you move in Brooklyn, support the small businesses. But, I do see that there's a lot of construction in Brooklyn. And do you see that slowing down or increasing?
Well, it was slowing down at one point, and that's because of the 421A tax abatement. So I'm not going to delve in too much about that, but what the viewers need to know is that there is an abatement that was given to developers to offset their taxes, right? And the city is in limbo with the 421A, so that halted some construction. It really did.
Okay, well, the construction of some of the buildings that I've been seeing, it looks really fantastic.
In full swing. I know. You would never know that there's issues behind
the
scenes.
Yes,
but there's issues.
I also do appreciate the skylights, and hopefully it won't get too tall. But I also want to ask you about all that's happening here in Brooklyn, really. The sense of community, is it more of a transit? Is it more of professionals? Is it more of families? Where is the trend of Brooklyn moving towards?
That's a hard question to answer, and the reason why is because Brooklyn is the size of a country, right? And every neighborhood in Brooklyn represents a different country. So every neighborhood has its own different flavor, right? If something is happening in Williamsburg, that's not necessarily occurring in Bed-Stuy, and if something is happening in Bed-Stuy, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's occurring in Flatbush. So real estate translates to what's going on in the neighborhood. Like in Bed-Stuy right now, a lot of brownstones are for sale in Bed-Stuy. Flatbush doesn't have brownstones.
No.
Right?
No.
Flatbush doesn't have brownstone, but Flatbush has much more multifamily buildings. So you'll find more buildings being renovated for rent or to be converted into condominium status than a buyer purchasing a brownstone in Flatbush.
Now, Kim, how many years have you been in real estate?
I've been working, I'm 19, I don't care, I tell my age, I've been working in real estate since I was 19, and as of today, I am 33. All real estate, from 19 to 33. I speak fluent real estate.
Well, listen, Kim, happy birthday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for being part of Brooklyn, okay? Your contribution is appreciated here.
Thank you.
Now, Kim, we were talking behind the scene. I get a chance to talk to my guests here on the show. And, we talked about, Brooklyn there's so many years in Brooklyn. So we're about to go into, I think Brooklyn is about over 100 years old, And right now, we're filming from Crown Heights, Brooklyn. And, there's all the areas of Brooklyn is just historic.
Yeah.
And they all have a story to tell. And me and Kim got a chance to touch up on, what's near us here in Crown Heights, near my studio. And we talked about
Weeksville.
Yes.
My favorite. Everybody's always asking me, Kim, what is the next neighborhood I should buy in, invest in? Weeksville. I love Weeksville.
I got a chance, after the conversation we had, I got a chance to do some research online and got a chance to read up on the whole area. And it's amazing because there was a...
NYC, Barbara Campbell.
To be continued, this wonderful interview. And stay tuned to our live on OpenBeautyTV.com. Thank you so much for watching the show.